Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to your weekly psychic tarot reading. Welcome to my channel, Wing Spiritual Clarity. My name's Wendy Wang. So, Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus cross watchers are welcome. You might want to check your other placements. This is a general reading, so take what resonates and leave the rest. If you'd like a personal reading, there's a link in the description box below. It takes you right to my book online page. So, Capricorn, let's get to your reading. In the past, we have the Sun in reverse. This is twofold. I'm getting that in the past you had a lot of periods of depression, and it feels like a lot of why you were having these bouts of depression or sadness was because of a lack of clarity, a lack of truthfulness in your environment. And so it feels very valid to be sad in those type of connections, in connections. It feels like connections in the past, Capricorn, were very confusing, very painful. There's a lack of certainty. Feels like there's a lot of betrayal and words, a lot of manipulation. Feels like you are being told who you are and how you need to show up. So there's a bit of control here. Someone's controlling the narrative and telling you who you are. And it feels like you're believing this. And that's why it's making you unhappy, because you're like, wow, I'm really the problem. I must be really messed up. It feels like, something's wrong with me. It feels like the people in your environment are saying something's wrong with you. Where, we all have things we need to work on, but this feels like, I don't have anything to work on, but you are a mess. So that type of energy, someone unwilling to really look at what they're doing, and they project it all the blame on you. Looks like at some point in the past you transformed your beliefs. It feels like you're not as dupable, and realizing that these aren't the type of connections that you want to be involved in, that there's nothing there for you. It feels like, you kept trying. There's this realization that the people that you're trying to get love from are the very ones who are hurting you the most, who don't know how to love you. And so it's a bit of a nightmare scenario in the past. All right, Capricorn, in present energy, we have the the 6 of materials in reverse. Breadcrumbing. Someone not being generous. Someone being picking favorites. Wow, what's going on, Capricorn? What does Capricorn need to know about the 6 of materials? Yeah, someone's, it feels like they cry a big story about how hard they're working, but they're not working. This person feels very delusional. Like, I'm doing all the work. I am doing all the work. And it's really, that's not true. You are doing all the work. They are not working on whatever this is at all. They feel entitled to your work, your time, your effort, your abilities. And I feel like they're saying this inequality is happiness. And they're saying this is the recipe for happiness. And the fact that you're not happy means that something's broken in you. Feels like that type of mental manipulation. Anything? Yes. I get the feeling that whoever this is recognizes your strong attachment to this connection and to the hope and dream that this leads to happiness. But it feels like they're treating you in this connection like an option, like I can take it or leave it. It does not feel like who you're in a connection with is as emotionally attached. Wow. Wow. Okay. Interesting. Looks like you're receiving communication, could be inspired ideas that this is not going to lead you to stability and security. This is not your happily ever after. And it looks like if this message is for you, then you start taking actions away from this way of being. Yeah, it's time to end this cycle. There is worry that you don't have the strength, you lack the courage because fear has gripped you and you feel very alone. And how can I do this alone? And I think that's the very, that's kind of the, what is this? What I'm getting here is the difficulty, the obstacle to overcome is your own fears, your own lack of courage, your own lack of strength. Fears, you get courage, you get strength, you get confidence by going towards what you fear. And it looks like you fear being alone. I'm curious, Capricorn. It feels like there's a choice here. It's like, do I center fear and allow fear to dictate how I move and how I show up in the world, or do I face my fears and become the person I've always wanted to become? Jeez. All right, Capricorn, what's hidden this week is the Muse of Emotions. So it's a pathway of, it looks like inspired emotions. It feels like you're allowing yourself to feel how you're feeling. Feels it's in the past, how you were feeling was weaponized against you. Oh, you're sad. What's wrong with you? Something's broken in you. Oh, you're angry and resentful. They're not acknowledging that they just did something that's infuriating. Instead, it's gaslighting. Feels like you're finally allowing yourself to feel your emotions, and it doesn't make you a bad person. You're just recognizing them as emotions. You've really dealt with, mentally and emotionally controlling people, narcissist. Honestly, you might have spent a lot of time around narcissists. And I'm not throwing that around like, everyone's who's I don't like is a narcissist. This really feels like once you allow yourself to feel your emotions, and your emotions are authentic. They are not telling you that something is wrong with you. They are telling you that something is wrong with what's showing up in your environment. Your emotions aren't wrong. It's that you're not paying attention to them, and there's some clarity coming in, and you're seeing this. Feels like it's really hard for you to speak your truth. even though you have the clarity, even though you're feeling the feelings. And it feels like for the first time you're seeing this person and the people in your environment, and there's this realization, I don't like who's around me. None of them are my friends. Oh my gosh, I don't like that. And you're not, instead of like something that makes me bad or wrong, there's like, I just don't like the people I'm with. I'm fighting so hard to make these people like me, and I don't even like them. I think there's some epiphanies coming in for you this week, Capricorn. All right. The advice this week is the Three of Cups. It looks like your advice is find people who you really like, who like you. Feels like you've been connected and attached emotionally to situations and people, but have really lost. Yeah, you might be going in a non-traditional route. Can you allow yourself to break from tradition, to break from how everybody else is doing things? Can you allow yourself to stop sacrificing yourself to be in a relationship? Stop being the people pleaser and allow people to be uncomfortable. Instead of absorbing the discomfort, be like, that's actually on you. If you want to feel that way, that's fine. Feels like you've sacrificed a lot of yourself to be in connections. It looks like you also, there's a need to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Learn how to create healthy boundaries for yourself. Learn how to give a little into a connection, a relationship, friendships even. Just give a little and then see if that's reciprocated. And if it's not, then you've got the information up front instead of just going full tilt and giving and giving and giving. It's sending out the message that you don't perceive your own value. You don't see your own worth. And it feels like you're I just heard bringing sexy back. You kind of, it feels, if this has been resonating, it feels like you've explored being very out of alignment with who you really are and who you'd really prefer to be, trying to fit someone else's idea for who you need to be in this world instead of you figuring that out. So, all right, Capricorn, hope that's helpful. Have a great week.